Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the Self-Improvement Project. I hope everybody is well. I hope you've had a wonderful start to the year. Reach out to me in the emails, let me know what has been working for you. What have you had success with already in 2022? Or what are some of the things that have been tougher than you thought? Things that you're maybe struggling with. It leads me nicely onto today's topic, where recently I've been looking at the comparison of self-improvement being an escapism, a form of escapism, or our identity. Like many things in life, we can use self-improvement, self-development, personal development, whatever you want to call it. We can use these elements that exist within this world as a form of escapism. Reading books on how to become better people, better versions of ourselves. Exercising, diets, trying to implement habits. These are all forms of escapism if we allow them to be. We use them day in, day out to almost distract ourselves from the bigger picture. The bigger picture of what life do we want to live? As I may have mentioned on other episodes recently, I've recently turned 30, so a lot of that introspective work of, have I achieved everything that I thought I would by this age, or looking forward, what do I want to achieve going forward, etc., etc. And if there's one thing that sticks with you, is that time does seem to go quite quickly. Now, time can go quickly again if you allow it to take control. If you distract yourself with all of these different things, social events, social media, the elements of our careers and jobs that amalgamate into one thing. And it's important to take ourselves away from that sometimes. All of the hard work that you're doing for your self-improvement and your self-development, detach yourself from it. Detach yourself from that allowing you to escape from the things that you don't want to face up to in your life. The fact that you're not as fit as you once used to be. The fact that you're maybe a bit fatter than you used to be. Or maybe just, I guess, you don't feel as fresh when it comes to your enthusiasm for learning in life. These are all things that, as you get older, you look back on and think, I wish I could be as good as I used to be. However, this is where I would potentially argue and flip it into, it's part of your identity. When you allow self-development, self-improvement to become part of your identity, you don't need to think about it. You're aware of it, but you don't need to think about it as much. You feel a little bit fitter when you go for exercise, or you create the habit or the routine around it. You enjoy the peace that comes with picking up a book and reading it for 20 minutes, rather than thinking, I have to read 3 chapters in order to hit my goal today so that I am self-improving. And that shift in perspective, that shift in mindset can be quite liberating. It can be quite life-changing when you're thinking about being comfortable with yourself, giving yourself credit for the things that you're doing, being proud of the person that you are and are becoming through these unconscious habits that you've created. As a species, we like to think in extremes. We like to think, I'm going to push myself to become the fittest I've ever been. I'm going to eat so clean that I'm going to look the best I ever have. Or I'm going to think so positively. I'm going to have the most resilient mindset that means that I will be the best person ever. And it's simply just not possible to be like that all the time. Life, no matter how good it gets, has its ups and it has its downs. And the more comfortable you can be with yourself during these times, the more self-aware you can be of this happening to you, the more fulfilled, the more wholesome your life is going to feel. And that's it today. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if, or what you think on it. This for me is just touching the surface of these thoughts. What would you add to it? What level of detail would you go into with it next? What should be the 2.0 of this episode? If you enjoyed that, like I said, email me, or feel free to sign up to the Sunday Thoughts newsletter, where I send some peaceful and wholesome thoughts first thing on a Sunday, mainly if you're in GMT time zone, and it's intended to be enjoyed with a warm cup of coffee. Thanks again for listening, and I'll see you all next time. Cheers.